Hello, dear friends. In the first part of the video, we told you about Genghis Khan's march to China. Now I will tell you about Khorezmshahs' march to the country of horns. Genghis Khan personally led the campaign to Movarannar, Khorasan and Khorezm. When Genghis Khan finished the Karakita state of Kuchluk in 1218, the borders of his state directly adjoined the state of Khorezmshahs. The main pretext for the war was the looting of the Mongolian trade caravan in Otror in 1218 and the execution of 400 merchants, or spies. In the fall of 1219, Genghis Khan started marching to Central Asia with more than 200,000 soldiers. Khorezmshah Alidan Muhammad avoided a major battle by gathering the main forces in the war against the Mongols. He ordered all the cities and fortresses under him to defend themselves. Genghis Khan was already aware of this, and when he reached Otror, he divided his army into 4 parts in order to quickly conquer the property of the Khorezmshahs. He appointed his sons Chigatoy and Oktoy as leaders of the First Army, and they were assigned to destroy the city of Otror. He appointed his other son Joji as the leader of the Second Army, and entrusted him with the conquest of Sinok, Ozgan, Barkanligket, Jand, Yangai Kent and other cities on the banks of the Sadaria. The Third Army was ordered to subjugate the cities of Kojand and Binokat, with Alok Noyan and Suketu Churbus as their chiefs. The 4th part, headed by Genghis Khan himself, left the desert towards Bukhara. Chief Chigatoy and Oktoy First Army besieged the city of Otror between September 1219 and March 1220. The Mongols destroyed the city and captured the governor of Cairo, to Samarkand, to Genghis Khan, because he was accused of killing Mongol merchants in 1218. He was tortured and killed by order of Chingiz Khan. In February 1220, Genghis Khan arrived in Bukhara and began the siege of the city. Shakhar was besieged on February 7–10. On February 16, the defenseless people of Bukhara surrendered to the Mongols. But Gorkhan's chief defenders defended the Arch of Bukhara for days. The Mongols set fire to Bukhara and scattered its ashes, massacred thousands of civilians and enslaved many people. After Genghis Khan made a name for himself with his bloodshed in Bukhara, in March 1220 he started marching to plunder Samarkand. After several days of fighting, the city surrendered to the Mongols. Chief Togay Khan agreed to transfer an army of 30,000 men to the service of Genghis Khan, but Togay Khan, his 20 generals and an army of 30,000 men were mercilessly slaughtered at night. The city of Samarkand, like Bukhara, was left in flames. Thousands of people were killed by the barbaric Mongols, and tens of thousands of people were driven away as slaves. The Second Mongol Army besieged Sinok for 7 days and captured Sinok. As in other lands, the inhabitants of Sinok were massacred. 1 month after the sacking of Samarkand, in April 1220, the Mongols began to march to the city of Jand. The chieftain Joji captured Jand and organized a great massacre there. In March 1220, The Third Mongol Army attacked Binkat. The city surrendered after a 4-day siege, and according to Mongol custom, the inhabitants were killed. In April, they began to conquer Khojand. After a 3-month siege, the army of Timurmurchif left Khojand and settled on an island in the middle of Sidaria. Although the Mongols conquered Khojand, the soldiers on the island resisted them for another 4 months. Realizing that it was impossible to overcome them in this situation, the Mongols built a dam on the river and tried to cover the island with water. When the dam reached its destination, Timur Malik was in the area with his soldiers. In order to keep Timur Malik alive, the Mongols pulled a chain across the river to the place opposite the city of Binkat on the Sidaria. A small army of Timur Malik, who set out at night, broke the chain and continued on their way when they came to the place where the chain was drawn. The work of the Mongols for several months paid off. When Timur Malik reached the city of Jand, he was forced to go ashore. Here he entered into a decisive battle with the Mongols who were waiting for him. In this battle, Timur Malik lost all his comrades, and with only a few men, he managed to reach Urgench, which had not yet been touched by the Mongols. After giving his soldiers some rest, Genghis Khan started marching towards Nakab. The city surrendered without a fight. They spent the summer in Naklab, where they engaged in robbery, alcoholism, drug addiction and other debauchery. In the fall, they started marching to Termez. After 11 days of resistance, Termez was conquered by the Mongols. In 1220, the Mongols completely conquered Movarunar. Now they destroyed Urgench, the capital of the Khorezmshahs.